All right, we're banding hummingbirds today, and this is the next band that's going to be used on the next hummingbird. And actually, this is a federal document. This is just like somebody's social security number. It's issued through the Department of Interior and the U.S. Geologic Service through what they call the Bird Banding Laboratory. And you have to have a federal permit to have this.
We'll start with the green ones.
Green what? Oh, okay. Well, they're all green at this point. Anyway, I'm going to take the band and run it up on this crochet needle. And what that did was that actually took the band from the nice perfect circle it was in and it opened it up. And it gives me a chance to read the band. This band has L9788180 written on it. And I should look over here at my data sheet and see that I'm on 80, which I am. So that's a good sign. Our data set and our bands are all in line with each other. When I slide it up on the needle, look, it's wide open now. It's nice and ready to go on the bird. Now these are pliers that are made just for this purpose. These have holes that are drilled at two different sizes, and the top hole in this particular pair of banding pliers is the exact size of what my band is closed. So it doesn't matter how hard I would squeeze this. What I'm going to accomplish is returning this band back to a nice clean closure on the bird's leg. Don't have to worry about under tightening or over tightening. It's just a very tried and true method that works really, really well. And with that, we'll reach in and we'll get a slurred bird. Yeah, it takes 5,500 of these bands to weigh 1 single ounce.
Oh, wow.
So there's virtually no weight here whatsoever. And as Fred says, we'll get this green one out of here. All right. Here we have our little hummingbird. Now at this point, we've got white-tipped tail feathers. Females have white-tipped tail feathers, but so do young males, their first year of life. Now we can look at this bird here and see that there is some dark stippling beginning to develop here on this bird, but I don't see any bright iridescent feathers that would trigger and automatically tell me this is a male. So it's still a little iffy, although I'm leaning now toward this is probably a young male. But we'll find that out in a second. The first thing I need to do is get my scale on, and, well, you're doing well.
Thank you.
And get a band on this bird. That won't do me any good to know all this great information if I don't mark the bird, and that is the process of banding. And I'm fishing for it to give me a leg, and I don't know where that's at. There it is. It finally reached out. Okay. And that's all there is to getting it banded. There's the little band on the little leg, and the band fits nice and loose. If I touch it, it'll rotate nice cleanly. You guys see what we're talking about? There's the band right there.
Those are male. That's a female.
Okay. Now, a couple of quick things we want to do is, one, we want to look at this wing, and that told me right there that this is a male. Since I don't have any specks, please leave them alone.
Don't touch it.
Yeah, don't touch them. They'll settle down and relax there if you don't touch them. So this is going to be a juvenile male, a hatchier male hummingbird, and let's see, the time is about 9 o'clock.
Guys, they're struggling to get out.
Okay.
Wants to get out.
So we know we've got a bird that was just an egg 2 to 3 months ago, laying in a nest, now hatched out. It's on its first adventure of a lifetime, and it somehow or another has managed to get caught by us, and it's probably thinking, what is going on? But life's not too bad, because whatever's got me hadn't eaten me. And in most cases, whatever would catch them would probably try to eat them.
I'm going to recommend this for you now. You have a personal preference to get it, okay?
We're going to take a wing measurement,
But this is the best for you.
which is 4275.
They're so easy.
And a tail measurement. These are all standard measurements that any bander should be able to take.
Try to take.
And a bill measurement. Now, on these young birds, unlike adults, this bill is still forming somewhat. And there'll be these grooves, or what we call striation in the bill, and that is evident if you look at it through a magnifying glass, and I'll look at that in a second. 6. And if we look at the striation with a magnifying glass,
I took a picture.
it's way out there on this bird. Which grooving at this bird is about 90%. I don't see any gorget feathers. And we're going to see how much he weighs. Any guesses? This bird's not very fat, and they need to get fat. This bird is going to weigh 3.74 grams, which is probably not any fat on this bird at all at this point. And with that, I'm finished. We can let this one go. But we're not. And we'll hand it over to Mr. Bob Sargent. He'll guys tell you more about it. He'll let you see it in the sunlight. And he'll also let somebody release it back to the wild.